Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Chad Anderson Payne has been charged with sacrilege. And the way this officer is holding him is like they're like hugged up. You know, like if you're walking with your significant other or, someone that you like, they look hugged up. He doesn't look as though he has a grip on the prisoner as he should. They're hugged up, okay? This is a hugged up kind of thing going on here. This guy's name is Chad Anderson Payne. He's 21 years old and he looks as though he's in pain, okay? I don't know what they did to him and what happened to his neck, and his shoulders are all tight. What's up with him? What's up with you, Chad? Anyhow, he has been charged with breaking into Anglican churches, St. Paul's and St. Leonard's, okay, two churches. And, he is too much. When the church opens their door or its door, when the church opens its door and it says, come as you are. He came as a thief. He came as a thief. You can't say come as you are and then limit it to, okay, it's just the way you're dressed and if you don't have your Sunday, best clothing. No, he came as he is. Okay, he came to steal. He came with that on his mind. That was his countenance when he entered the church. He came as a thief. Okay, and he didn't steal much. He's a low level. This is low level stealing here. $200 and 50, and then a modem that's worth 300 at the other church. Yeah, he didn't do much, but he did get some cash. $120 in cash, I think. It seems as though he got that amount in cash. The deacons that was an oversight by the deacons. Okay, this amount of cash left in the church, that was an oversight. The pastor or whoever, the reverend, they need to talk to the people who pick up the money and maybe take it out of their salaries, because that was not supposed to be there to be taken by Chad, okay? But the charges are indictable. Chad is not come as you are for you. Chad is not come as you are for you. People don't want you to come into the church to steal. There are rules, okay? You come as you are, but not to steal or not to hurt anyone in the church, okay? So, who's the prosecuting sergeant was Reginald Blackman, and it seems as though he objected to Payne's release due to his lack of, he's unhoused. That's a new word here in the United States. Unhoused, not homeless, unhoused. And you're saying here that he has no fixed place of abode. No fixed place of abode sounds good too. It sounds better than homeless, okay? But he's unhoused, okay? So that's why they objected to him being released. And the strength of the evidence, they probably had, surveillance, who knows? He was caught red-handed. And Payne is saying he had no previous convictions, but you have to watch that kind of language. It doesn't mean that he hasn't been in the system many, many times. It just means they haven't gone around to finding him guilty or innocent. Okay, that's a little detail you have to watch for. So he is in the system, but he's never been found guilty of anything. So they go with the adage or the rule that you're innocent until you're proven guilty. So he just has accusations so far, and he's currently on bail on another matter. So this doesn't look good for him. Okay, so Manila Renee, I think that was the name that Patricia Benedict failed to get when she was in her court. Patricia, it's Manila Renee. Okay, so Manila Renee in Chad Anderson Payne's matter remanded him until July 31st, until the end of the month. Okay, so sacrilege, that's what he was charged with, and that's when you go into a holy place and you do the wrong things in that holy place. But a lot of people do sacrilege too, but they just don't get found out. A lot of people, even the choir, they'll be doing sacrilege, and those bathrooms are sacrilegious bathrooms. Things happen in the church. But what he did, got him in the paper and got his name all out there, because it's not come as you are, Chad. It's not come as you are. And you should let us know what kind of pain or what's wrong with you, and how come you're hooked up, you're booed up there when you should be in a tight grip by the officer. Okay, let us know what's going on there, okay? So this is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.